Hi everyone, welcome back to Brain Dump. I'm Kai. So before I start, per usual, just want to preface that I'm not a mental health professional. Today I'm going to be talking about cognitive distortions, and the ones that just without a doubt get me every time, and I feel like it's a lot easier for me to handle them now, but of course, they're still in my mind. So what is a cognitive distortion? Cognitive distortions are irrational or exaggerated patterns of thinking that can lead to negative emotions and behaviors. They're like mental filters that skew perception of reality, often causing individuals to interpret situations in biased or unrealistic ways. An example of this is my all or nothing thinking, the black and white, this or that. The world is so complicated. There's too many things that have to be taken into account. Like, there's no fucking way things are all or nothing. It's just not that simple. Just think about this. You wouldn't slash the other 3 tires just because you got a flat. It's not all or nothing. Think about a breakup. If you look at the facts, it's just 2 people splitting up. Simple as that, right? No. Someone could have hurt the other person, and the other person feels like they've been hurt too, and they also both know that they've done harm in this situation. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, rather than these 2 people simply splitting up, there are so many sides to the story based on what that person is feeling. My experiences in past relationships are totally different from my past partner's experiences. I've personally never cheated. That doesn't really align with my morals at all, but I have been cheated on, and that hurts. It hurts really fucking bad. And that's what's hard. At the end of a relationship, whether they cheated on you, they hurt you, whatever it might be, it's hard to think about your feelings for them as all or nothing. But then again, it's not. Because whether you like it or not, there was a time when that person loved you. Or they showed love for you, and they made you feel seen and appreciated. I had a personal experience where someone would just tell me exactly what I wanted to hear, so things would stay sailing smoothly in the relationship. I know everything happens for a reason, but at the same time I think about all the time that I wasted giving my love to this person. And I know I didn't actually waste my time, it just feels like I did. And even though this person did that to me, I know they were only trying to protect me. I was in a really bad spot when I was with this person, and I am truly so appreciative of them, but in the same breath, they hurt me so fucking much. My life for almost the past year, I've been accused of so many things that simply never happened. So when I found out that this person was for some reason still talking about me, I automatically thought that they were evil, and I thought that they had malintent in our relationship, and all of a sudden, I thought that. I couldn't see it in a sense that wasn't black and white, because my mind only saw the bad. It's taken me a long time to realize that we're all gonna fuck up, and some people aren't gonna own up to their mistakes. And that can hurt, but there's nothing I can do about it. If you think about it, it's all about intent. I had all good intentions. I try to have all good intentions at all times. I fell in love, as cringy as that may sound. I was so blinded by that I couldn't see that this person could simply care less about me. Like, it's hard to explain. Yes, they were there for me in the most difficult times, but only to find out in the end that they never loved me really stung. So when I fell in love back then, I made really selfish decisions, and it wound up costing me the place I basically called home for 5 years, and people think I'm this evil person, when in reality no one's asked me what happened. So for a long time, I thought everyone hated me. Everyone on this earth does not like me. My life is over because these people don't like me. But I was wrong. It wasn't everyone. And I'm not gonna lie to you, it was extremely hard losing these people. And these people, my friends, they were my friends, believing shit about me that I would never do. Like, think about my character. I know I can be stupid, but I've never, ever done the things that this person is saying about me, and it hurts that people believe that I would. My life is just beginning. I'm only 20 years old and I'm going to meet so many people in my life. I'm at a point now where I'm able to look back on the good memories of that place without thinking about all the people that hate me. And I can look back and say, wow, I'm really grateful for that time in my life, because I am. It was so much fun. It was. But you know what else is fun? My life. Moving forward. I'm done letting these lies take over my entire life. And I think about this person that's making up shit about me. I hurt them. I did. And I will take accountability for that. I was stupid and I made some extremely questionable decisions. I was 18, freshly 19. I was honestly just trying to stay alive, and in the process, I selfishly clung on to these people. And I've had to write so many letters and just burn them. Apologizing for what I did wrong, taking ownership of the hurt that I've caused. I burn it because I know I won't be heard. These people don't want to hear what I have to say. Like I've said probably 100 times in this podcast, people will believe what they want about me, and there's absolutely nothing I can do to change that. I feel like when I recorded that episode about people believing what they want, I was still in the process of accepting that. Like now I know that, but back then it was almost like an affirmation. Like if I say this every single day, it'll come true. And it did. And I know now in my heart that people will come to me if they really care and want to know my side of the story. I've moved on with my life, and it feels good to know who my true friends are. And those are the people that will listen. When this all happened, I thought everyone was against me. Like, the whole world. Like, even my mom. But a part of moving past that black and white way of thinking is realizing that not all people are bad. And I don't think that these people from my past are bad. I don't think they're bad at all. I think that we're young and we're stupid and we're figuring shit out. And that's it. Plain and simple. Like, this is life. Like, life's gonna happen. We're gonna fuck up. I'm trying to learn from it. I'm trying to take accountability. It's just, we're young and stupid. Shit's gonna happen. Shit's gonna hurt. Not all people are against me. Sometimes I have to remind myself of that to know that it's true, but it's a work in progress. Overgeneralization is another cognitive distortion that gets me. This kind of relates to last week's episode about assigning a meaning to certain feelings, because when I do label those feelings, it's overgeneralizing it. I would notice myself going into therapy and she'd ask me how my week was, and I'd go, it was so bad because of this. When in reality, my week could have been like really good. I just put that, I think of it as like a big blanket, which is often what overgeneralization is described as, over my week. While I was doing research for this episode, I heard someone describe this as, I stubbed my toe this morning, so that means the rest of my day is ruined. I'd make one bad thing that happened to me ruin my entire day. Overgeneralizing kind of like disqualifies all the good in your life and makes you only see the negative. And this distortion is something I still struggle with, but I'm getting better with time. Jumping to conclusions is another cognitive distortion that is something that definitely affected me when I was younger, but it doesn't as much anymore. I would automatically assume what these people were feeling, and that ruined a lot of friendships and relationships in my life. I'd be a fucking fortune teller and just draw the conclusions, and I react before there's even anything to react to. Apparently, according to research, 85% of the negative things that we predict in our minds will never happen. That's crazy, because just think about, on a day-to-day basis, all the things that you say could happen, all the negative things that could potentially go wrong. I catastrophize over the dumbest shit, and it never happens. It never happens. I psych myself into thinking that my feelings are facts. I know I've talked about us humans with our big emotions, and sometimes I just let my emotions get the best of me, and I do think of them as facts. It's hard to kind of look at it with an unbiased perspective, because obviously what you're feeling, it's going to take over your brain, and you're going to see things that support your feelings as being facts. Obviously there's so many cognitive distortions, but for the sake of this episode, this is going to be the last one. Like I talked about last week, should statements. And this includes on ourselves and on others. We think that it's motivation. I should go to the gym. I should go to church. I should get more hours at work. I should take summer classes. We really do think that it's motivation, and we think that it's driving us, but it slowly becomes self-hatred. And that's an element that takes away our personal choice by being an external pressure rather than having just internal motivation. It's something from the outside that's pressuring you into something you feel you should do. And same goes with other people. If you say this person should do this, you're putting an expectation on them. A totally unrealistic expectation. Because whether we like it or not, people are going to behave however they want to, and sometimes it's not going to go our way. The should statements, that's definitely my number one cognitive distortion right now, and it's something I'm actively working on in therapy, but for a while it was the black and white thinking. That was like, seriously, it took over my entire life, but I'm so, oh my god, like I'm so proud of myself. I'm so much better at not doing that, because that that was shitty. Like, it really was. It made everything really difficult. Not everything. Oh my god, see? I still do it. I still do it. And that also goes to overgeneralizing. Like, if you really think about it, all these cognitive distortions kind of tie together. It's all about treating your mind right and being nice to yourself. Because sometimes these distortions are just gonna get us, and they sneak up on you, bite you in the ass, and it sucks. Book of the week, I finished The Hush by Sarah Foster. Oh my gosh, it was really good. I would 10 out of 10 recommend this book. As I was finishing it, I mean, I know in last week's episode I said how real it could be, but it's just, you think about the government putting laws on our bodies, and this book really, they had very strict laws on people's bodies that have a uterus, and the government could easily do that. Like, they can just put laws on our body, which is crazy, might I add. But yeah, it's fucked, but it's a good book. Songs of the week, okay. These are all by Leve, because I saw Leve in concert this week. She was just a princess. She was absolutely astonishing. It was magical. And I loved all the instruments. Oh my god, it was so cool. It was so cool. Okay, anyway, I try to do at least one thing a day that scares me, and usually it's little things, but Monday, this was my big thing that scared me. It was probably like 7:30 at night, and I was door dashing, and I was like, let me just look. Let me just look at the tickets. Let's see how much they are. And I wound up paying just a little bit under $100 with like fees and everything. And I didn't get general admission. I got a balcony seat, but it was pretty good. I had a really good view. I would 100% see her in concert again. Honestly, probably the best concert I've ever been to, if I'm really thinking about it. Like, of course, the Eras tour was amazing, but I don't know. Leve just has this stage presence. It gave Theater Kid, but in the best way possible. Just like her facial expressions, her stage presence. It was a very encapsulating show. Anyways, let me get back to the songs of the week, because that's where I started. All of these songs are by Leve. Okay. Dreamer, I Wish You Love, Fragile, Falling Behind, From the Start, and Lovesick. Anyway, yeah. Also, guys, guess what I did today? I got Basic Life Support certified. So now I have my BLS certification. That's something that a lot of even entry-level positions in the medical field require you to have. And so that was my thing today. That scared me. I took a class, and then I passed the test. Anyway, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Remember that you're loved, you're valued, and you're appreciated, and don't let cognitive distortions bite you in the ass. They're gonna try. They will. But don't let them. Alright, I love you. Goodbye.